Hello friends. Today we have an Acer Iconia B1-711 tablet for repair. Here is the title up close. The tablet came with an unknown damage. As the client said, he was presented with this tablet and if he restores it, he can take it for himself. When examining the tablet, I saw that the display was broken on it and the USB was broken. Therefore, USB change in any case. We also don't know what happened to the motherboard. Maybe water got there or it is closed. Let's try to connect the charger to the tablet and see how it behaves. At the USB connector, I see severe damage, but maybe it still works. Let's connect the wire and see what happens. I see that the display has started flashing in the corner. Let me try to show you. You should also now see a flashing display. This means that our display is broken, and I see that it is cracked inside. And the touchscreen and glass on it are intact. Since we do not know if the board works here or not, I decided to find the same broken tablet, but with a whole display and board. Let's try running the second tablet and see if it works. In this video, we will assemble one from two tablets. Having also bought the same tablet, we know that there is an original display there and there will be no problems during installation for sure. And so friends, the tablet, as you can see, turns on and the image is of good quality, which means we have a whole display. Also, if suddenly the board does not work on the tablet, then we can transfer the board from another tablet. It is also not known in what condition the battery is. If it is a chopping block, then we can also take it from a spare tablet. On the second tablet, I already checked the battery and it is very weak, only 1900 mAh. And it should be with a normal battery 4500 mAh. Soon there will be more video friends, and now there is simply not enough time to mount everything. In addition, YouTube turned off monetization in Russia and I don't earn money from videos. If you support friends with donations, it will be very cool. And so the risk of just buying a display is that if the board does not work, then the profitability of the repair could be a loss for the client. Because the tablet board would also have to be restored, otherwise we will have insurance in this case. Therefore, we will 100% assemble one working tablet from two tablets. And so friends, let's start repairing. Let's start with the one we want to fix. Now we will disassemble it and remove the broken display. We proceed to the analysis of the tablet. And so friends, the back cover was removed quite easily. And we see that the speaker connector is torn off. Most likely the tablet we understood. I also see that the battery is disconnected. The connector is disconnected. I see that the thermal tape on the battery connector is peeled off. In other places, the tablet was not dismantled, all the seals were in place. In the lower left corner there is a seal from Acer. The seal is glued to the screw. It seems that they tried to change the display themselves. But since there is no experience in repair, they did not further disassemble the tablet. They just broke the cable and disconnected the battery. Let's first connect the battery and see how the tablet behaves. Maybe due to the fact that the battery was not connected, the tablet blinked. Well, friends, the tablet turned on, and we see that the display is broken. So the fee must be complete. And this is good. Well friends, let's start the analysis. The battery is most likely glued on two-sided tape. The battery can be removed in several ways. You can apply isopropanol to the tape and it will become soft, or heat it on a separator. But I'll heat it with a hairdryer so it will be faster. Our battery is dead. The battery is not much bent. It looks like they tried to peel it off and nothing happened. We need to straighten the battery now. So, the battery is straight. We continue the analysis of the tablet and get to the display. They took off the microphone. But we have the speaker connector torn off. Now remember the location of the 4 coaxial wires. Top black, then green, then blue and yellow. In the same order, we need to connect them in place. Now heat up and peel off the tape. Now we need to disconnect the display connector. It is turned upside down and made very uncomfortable. I think this is a bad decision by the manufacturers. So, unscrew all the screws. Now we need to get paid. This is what the board looks like. On the USB connector, one pin is broken. The USB connector is not standard here. You will have to look for one. Next we have a metal plate. Let's take it off. The metal plate is slightly curved. We need to straighten it. Ready. Now we need to remove the front camera. It prevents us from removing the display. It is on double-sided tape, so it needs to be heated a little. Now we examine the display and check if anything interferes. Now we need to get the display. It is held there by latches. We insert a spatula between the metal plate and the display and try to snap them off. Just in case, I'll heat the tablet on the separator. Maybe the display is also glued. So let's warm it up. We wait until the separator warms up the tablet to 100 degrees and then we continue to work. Be sure to wear gloves. The temperature is very high. The dismantling was successful. The display is still not on adhesive tape. There is a metal plate. Glass needs to be cleaned of dust and glass. We remove all debris if it is there. Now we need to disassemble the second tablet in order to get the display from it. We do exactly the same thing. Here is an interesting moment, friends, how they broke the train. Look, when you open the lid, the train immediately stretches, and when you do it for the first time, you can also break this train. Connectors are very difficult to disconnect. Therefore, be careful. When examining the tablet, it can be seen that it has not been opened. Everything is in factory tape. Let me break it down to the display and then continue. We removed the plate and then we take out the display. Here it is whole, so you need to do this very carefully so as not to break it. Here we got it. Now we need to install this display on another tablet. Now let's install the board and battery from the first tablet. It turns out that we have replaced only the display so far. Let's connect the charger to the tablet. The tablet turns on. The battery shows us 45%. The tablet is very slow. This is due to the fact that a lot of unnecessary applications are installed. Now we need to check the operation of the touchscreen. The touchscreen works fine, which is good. Now we have a question in the USB connector. But before that, I will clean the glass of the touchscreen well in order to see if we have debris or dust between the glass and the display. I'll do it behind the scenes. Everything is fine. I also deleted the account in order to reset it to factory settings. Now we will remove the board and change the USB connector. We also need to test the battery, how much it will charge. A good battery is 4,500 mAh, on the second tablet 1,900 mAh. Let's see how much on this battery. And so friends, proceed to dismantle the USB connector. We will solder with a hairdryer. Let's apply flux to the pins of the USB connector. Flux applied, airflow 80% and 430 degrees Celsius. Be sure to wear gloves to avoid burning your hand. I will remove the USB connector with tweezers. The temperature is not enough. We set 450 degrees. It looks like the USB connector is soldered on refractory solder. Let's increase the temperature. USB connector dismantled at 500 degrees Celsius. Now remove the excess solder with a copper braid. I plan to drill the side holes because the refractory solder will make it very difficult to clean with a soldering iron. I will drill with a needle from a syringe. It fits perfectly in size. It takes a lot of time, but very effective. Let me do this behind the scenes so as not to waste too much time. And so friends, holes are made. This is what they look like under a microscope. Now we need to find the right USB connector. I found the right USB connector, but it is not much smaller than the one that was standing, but I think it should fit perfectly. I will try to install it. First I will solder the main 5 contacts, but before that we apply flux. Press the USB connector with tweezers and start soldering. The main contacts are soldered. Now I will try to assemble the tablet and see if the tablet will be charged. I'll also see if the case will interfere with assembly. I checked and everything is fine. Yes, the plug is deeper than usual, but the charging device reaches the USB connector. So we will solder other contacts. I can't solder the legs with a thin tip because there is not enough temperature, so I'll change the soldering iron tip for a larger one. I turned the board over and start from the back. Now turn over and solder on the reverse side. The work is finished and now you can see what the result looks like under a microscope.
Планшет.
Everything is ready. Now you need to assemble the tablet. We put the coaxial wires in place in accordance with the way they were. I will glue the battery on my double-sided tape, because it no longer holds as it used to. Well, we still have the speaker connector. I will break the case under a microscope to solder the wire there. I'm doing this behind the scenes because the video has already dragged on. And so my friends, I did everything. I put hot melt glue on the contacts so as not to close them. We do not close the lid yet. First you need to check how the speaker works. After checking the performance, close the lid. As you can see, we have sound. Everything is fine. Now connect the charger and check how the tablet is charging. Now let's wipe the display again. Now we can look at the result. As you can see, everything is fine. There are small scratches on the glass, but they already existed and we cannot remove them. Now I will check the battery and tell the client about it. If he wants to change the battery in the future, I will do it. All friends, I hope the video was helpful. Subscribe to the channel, put your fingers up, and see you soon. Good luck with your repairs.